Hello, hello, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the moment that hopefully you've all been waiting for, the grand final for Academy of Artillery number 3. A pretty early start today, 12 PM GMT afternoon. The two finalists are here and pretty much ready to play. Tita versus Zwitter. We have Ludan joining us here for commentary. Hi, Ludan.
Yes, today is a very busy casting day for me, actually. I cast something else at 4 PM. Yeah. And so we are here with the two winners, actually. Winner's final, so to speak. But obviously this does not have lower bracket, but...
Right, I am just going to adjust the colours here for the players as Tita requested blue. Zwitter also wants blue, so they've agreed that none of them get to go blue. So Tita is going green and Zwitter is going cyan. So they've agreed, or the Zwitter has decided that he wants to use comet dodging to see who gets the first pick. And I actually like that because nobody has done comet dodging this season so far. So I don't always want to see that happen, but I like to at least see it happen once. But it doesn't really matter who really gets the first pick anyway, because the loser, when it's a mutual pick on the first scheme, whoever loses the first match gets the second pick anyway, so not the end of the world there. So let me just set up the comet dodging. I hope that I've still got the right scheme. It should be Coridex. There we go. Coridex CDRW. And comet dodging, is it that one or is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's that one. And if I'm not mistaken, I put the game engine up to 3 times speed so that it doesn't take forever.
Do we update? It does also date worms, not like the one used in the cup and others. Oh, it is free worms, okay.
Tita has only got stupid names for his. I think he needs to make another team here. Right.
Amazing.
Right, so we're going to do comet dodging to decide who gets the... Yeah, we're going to do comet dodging to decide who gets the first pick.
It skips turn. Well, first does
I mean, he's allowed to do that if he wants. Alright, so far, Zwitter is in the lead here.
Yeah, Tita's just using /AFK. So naturally, it's going to equalize slightly.
Zwitter has all these worms in the middle. Tita is outnumbered. That could change very quickly. 2 worms left for Tita. And 6 worms left for Zwitter. 2 for Tita, 6 for Zwitter. 4 for Zwitter. Alright.
Yeah, Tita's not doing well. That when Zwitter,
Tita just skipping
decisive.
apparently.
Very decisive,
1 left for Tita. 3 left for Zwitter. Oh, Tita's decided to... Oh, and that's it.
It should have never attacked.
So so Zwitter gets the first pick. Right.
That would be B and G.
Right, so he's going for B and G. Right, so I am going to have to take a few minutes to make a map for these guys. If Ledan, if you want, you can talk about the cup. You can talk about these two players.
Okay, let me just say something because I don't have anything prepared. Okay, so of course both of them are Academy of Artillery winners. I think Tita was 2 and Zwitter won the first one.
Yes.
Forgot who Zwitter won against, but I forgot who Tita won against.
Zwitter won against X-Rays in the first one.
Yeah, that's what I know, but I think Tita won against the Walrus.
Yes.
I'm not mistaken.
I kept making the mistake of thinking Tita won against Zwitter, but he didn't. Because I checked it up last night when we were on the stream, and it turns out that I was talking out my ass. So yeah.
Hello, Unfazed. Hello. He was in the group with me and Tita actually. So comes out of first place. The first place, both of the players actually came out of first place in the group. Zwitter was in a group with, I've already mentioned group 2, but when Tita was, so it also I didn't mention Paradise Demon, who was in the group with us, and Unfazed. And group 3, where Twitter was, it was matched up against Wolfgang, who is the third place finalist. That sounds kind of stupid, but the third place achiever of this cup, and Stoner and Big Billy also were in that group. And now the road to the final. Road to the final was like Tita had to beat Wolfgang again. But Zwitter like never repeated opponents. No, Zwitter was with Wolfgang. What am I saying? What am I saying? None of them had to repeat opponents from the group stage. I'm just not warmed up.
Alright, I make that mistake as well.
It's better beat the Walrus. I don't see the results here. I guess that.
Yeah, Walrus. I don't know what's happened to Walrus. He hasn't logged into TUS since I think February the 4th or February the 5th. He hasn't been around whatsoever. I'm a little bit concerned because it's not like him. I hope he's okay and I hope he's safe. Because he hasn't been around at all.
3-0's all around actually, so of course I walk over as 3-0, but Unfazed was beaten 3-0 by Zwitter, and Mega Adnan was beaten 3-0 by Tita, and then Wolfgang was beaten 3-0 by Tita, so we are against very strong opponents who just defeated all of their opponents very convincingly, and now we're going to see a great match. At least that's what the results show.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited for this match. Tita and Zwitter are the toughest players in the cup, at least according to the statistics. Right, if that doesn't, that's fine. What I'll do is I can delete a little bit of that. The position there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Need to make this left side a little bit more.
Yes, a bit of Bob Ross and the joy of making BNG maps.
I do actually really enjoy the process of making a good BNG map. It's a bit... what I'm doing is easy to understand, but the reason why I do this specific placements is because I like to make sure that both sides are very, very balanced. Put a little... Yeah, that'll do actually. AOA, free, grand final, tita, V's, Zwitter, 2026. Right, that'll do.
And here we go.
Right, best of luck, guys.
It's snowing on the left side of it. Hey JF, have for jolly fun.
I would say both these players are kind of similar level at B&G actually. Zwitter's improved a little bit over the last few years with B&G. Tita's always been pretty good. He plays a lot of Hysteria and a lot of Fort.
Yeah, and Hysteria is going to be the next scheme we play because Tita mentioned at the beginning wanting to play Hysteria.
Right, so Tita gets the first turn here. No hit, a little bit too much power there.
Yeah, I think a grenade would have been way easier. Like maybe Zwitter is going to... No, not with this wind though, not with this wind. Those winds, a bazooka is very tempting.
That's a good dig though, that's a good dig.
Yeah, and hello to Carolum and Charles. Cheers.
Aye, hello everyone in the... Yeah, hello everyone in the chat. Welcome, welcome, Unfazed. Carolomen, Vexer, Navy Issue, welcome. You're just in time for this grand final here. So why do I have to make a new map every time? Can't you use one of the save hundreds of the maps you use? Yes, I can use the same maps. I can, technically you can, but I do like to have a fresh map for the players. Good shot from Zwitter there, good push. Technically speaking, you are allowed to use the same map, but at least in the B&G community, it's considered not good to use the same map. If you use the same map, you can at least reseed it. I just like making them from scratch so that they're brand new and on stream so people can see the process of making a good map.
Yeah, there's already a switcheroo coming through because can't land a good shot from this angle, so has to move unless he's gonna get both those pampered by bazookas.
Hello, Zook.
Look who joined. So where's the grenades?
Nice wind here. It looks good. That's a very good shot. Unfortunately, no push, but a good shot and a very nice open, which makes it easier for a follow-up attack from Tita. Zwitter going for a 3-second direct shot here. A little bit too high. Looks like he's one notch too far on the aim there for Zwitter.
The grenades looks pretty easy. Like even 5 seconds of a low bounce, but 4 seconds ideal here.
Almost just...
little...
Yeah, just fell up a little bit short there. So for those of you tuning in and are watching this stream, this is Academy of Artillery. This is an event that has 5 different artillery-based schemes, which are Aerial, B&G, Forts, Grenade Wars, and Hysteria. This is the first round. It is best of 5, so you need to win 3 rounds in order to win the series. The way it works is the players... They either on the oh, very nice shot there from Tita. The players either agree to a scheme for the first pick, and then the loser of that gets the second pick. But once a scheme has been used, it cannot be used again. And in this scheme specifically, B&G, this is a variation of B&G called No Rules B&G. It's a little bit different from classic B&G. So the differences are you get 10 seconds turn time instead of 15. You get 5 seconds hot seat time instead of 15. There are no rules, which means if it's possible to do it, you can do it. Nice open there, dig from Tita. The main differences though are in the scheme settings in terms of circular aim, anti-lock power, and extended fuses. And as I've explained before, circular aim, when you play Worms Armageddon normally, if you hold the up button, the aim will move to 0 degrees and it won't move any further. Or you hold down and it goes to 180 degrees and won't move any further. With circular aim on, it can go round in circles and keep going round and round. It makes it a little bit more difficult to aim straight up. Anti-lock aim means that at the start of every turn, the aim position resets. So instead of your next turn being exactly where you left it, it'll reset to 0 degrees or 90 degrees. Anti-lock power is perhaps the most interesting for this scheme though, as it makes it impossible to hold the spacebar and automatically get 100% power. So it means that you have to actually release the power on 100% for it to actually reach 100%. And if you keep holding it, it'll go up to 100%, back down to 0%, and then blow up in your face. And extended fuses is 6, 7, 8, and 9 second grenades with 0 second as well, but nobody's going to use that in this scheme.
This is not a battle race map, so no, nothing like that. Even so, I think it would probably vertically only.
Yeah. Like, Tita has a nice hide, but when you're shooting from side to side, it's a lot more difficult. Long range BNG is pretty much inherently more difficult. Oh, great shot there from Tita.
Yeah, realized the power. Finally got the power correctly. It's just, the first shot was very, very funny, but after that, yeah, he finally figured it out. Oh, that is kind of a suspect hide.
Yeah, Tita's actually known for being pretty good at BNG. You've seen him using BNG in CWT quite often. His match against Kano in the semi-final about 6 years ago is, without a doubt, the best BNG I've ever seen in a CWT match. Incredible shots there. Oh, close shot there from Zwitter, but no cigar. Tita's sitting comfortably ahead right now. He's about 2 shots of damage ahead. He's got very nice wind here. Very nice wind, which is no wind.
With no gravity, it could have been a plow, but...
Yeah, a little bit short there. Yeah, if he had went for low gravity, he would have got a plot, but that's the one thing. Both these players are decent enough at BNG, but they're not very good. They pretty much never use low gravity in BNG, so it's not their strength. Good shot there from Zwitter. Manages to open Tita up, making it a lot easier to hit him now.
Okay, so we're gonna see another grenade. Just toss grenade and toss grenade. I think it should be eventually work out. Okay.
Well, that almost went through the gap, but there was a... That almost went through the gap, but there was a pixel blocking it. A little pixel right there. If that wasn't there, that would have went through the gap and hit.
Alright, so just simple 3 seconds now.
Oh, a little bit of an overshoot.
If he's gonna thread the needle from above, he's trying to dig his way into that tree. Oh.
Yeah, it's an overshoot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Zwitter needs a hit here to get back into it. That looks better. Oh, I thought he might have got a transfer there, but nope. Closer than his previous attempt though. Nice wind here from Tita. Imagine another Zook here.
We're still allergic to using low gravity. So that was close.
Nice dig.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, you won't really see these players using low gravity in B&G. Especially with no rules B&G, it isn't really needed as much. It is obviously very, very powerful if you're good at it.
All the players now pretty open. And Tita is obviously now ready to strike with that terrain removed, and looks like could be good.
Oh! Very, very close shot there. Just ever so slightly overpowered. Nice wind from Zwitter. Overpowered as well. I definitely feel like these players are better with grenade than bazooka today.
Yeah, today definitely, and the wind is pretty good actually. He figured out the shot previously with the same wind to dig, and similar shot, maybe lower powered, would be good enough to hit, but not.
A little bit too much power there. I mean, all their shots are fairly close, to be honest. Tita's shots are barely missing. Like, you're talking he's 1 or 2 notches of power off every shot he's thrown in the last sort of 4 shots here. That looks good. Yeah, good shot from Zwitter.
Perfect.
Welcome, Stoned Worms. Is Stoned Worms, is that Stoner, or is that a different player? Because I've saw Stoned Worms on Wormnet quite often, and I don't know if that's Stoner or a different player. Different player, right.
Card does not seem good considering the fact that previously this spot was just hit.
Oh, very unlucky there that he got a transfer instead of a bounce back. Oh, nice wind here. That looks good. Oh, that could have... If that was like maybe a couple of pixels higher, that could have been good game, but very nice shot there from Tita, and Zwitter has to relocate now. That's actually a much better hide from Zwitter. The health difference is about the same. Tita dies in 4 shots and Zwitter dies in 2 shots, potentially. And that's a nice-ish dig. Makes it a lot more possible to get a shot in there at least. It does still have this little bit of protection there though. You can see the difference in how more accurate Tita's been though. If you look at the damage done on Tita's side of the map, it almost got the bounce back there. Whereas really the only damage you see here is a lot of Zwitter's shots have went past. But I suppose that's also because Zwitter's been using a lot of grenades other than Zooks. So that's a good shot and a nice push there. 12 damage.
Yep. Still 2 shots to go, potentially.
So Zwitter teleports to the left a little bit.
Yeah. With a grenade, this is not going to be reachable, except we have some 9-second shenanigans, but I don't think they're going to attempt that. Just gonna blow up terrain with the Zook.
There is a potential for him to throw a full power grenade that bounces on that tree and over. I don't know if he'll recognise that though. He could also shotgun the tip of that tree to give him more angle.
Yeah, it's a shame that the players are not really utilizing. Like, I don't think I've ever seen any player utilize like extended fuses to the fullest potential.
I have. I did in I saw it a little bit more in the group stage, not so much in the playoffs though. Which is fair enough. Stick to what you know, to be honest.
Oh, what's a pimba?
I have no idea. A funny Brazilian word. Ah. Unfazed. You can join the next round for commentary if you want. I just saw your Discord message there.
Yes, sir.
I will add you to the commentators.
What's this?
Roll. Yeah. So when we do the next round, I will open the match. I will open the host and you can join if you're still interested in commentating.
Then a girder being built, it's probably about the best, like...
Yeah, it's a smart girder there from Tita. Because that makes it extremely difficult for Zwitter to get a shot in now.
Not impossible, though.
Yeah, not impossible.
What's this?
But a lot more difficult. Watch this, he'll get it first time. Told you. Very good shot there from Zwitter. That was brilliant. I just had a feeling that he was going to get it in there first time.
That was sticking to the same shot, same wins, same everything. Same result, kind of.
I wonder if he can repeat that. Almost. That was almost in there.
Yeah. But that first shot was at a different angle, but it also was like not a sitter, it like stopped and exploded in midair, so it's not going to be the same shots.
Yeah, that was fair play. That was an incredible shot.
Comes back to the same spot.
Yes, sir.
That's a bad teleport. He's teleported too far forward. He doesn't really have a good angle there, but hopefully he can rely on Bazooka.
Oh, there he goes again.
Just a little bit too much power there from Zwitter.
Verstanden. Schnell. Attacke. Mist. Yes, sir.
Oh, very nice wind here from Zwitter. Will he go for a dig?
Quickly. What's this?
Oh, that's a very nice shot. Very, very nice shot.
Verstanden.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I find it interesting. Zwitter is playing B&G like I play pool today. He can't hit all the easy shots, but he's hitting all the most difficult shots. That's how I play pool. I will do double banks and trick shots, but I will miss the black ball hanging over the pocket.
Verstanden.
So Zwitter steals Tita's hide. Interesting.
Schnell. Attacke.
There's a very interesting strategy that I haven't seen anybody use yet. So when you have a lot more health and your opponent's in a very tough hide, you could just teleport on top of them.
Verstanden.
Because if they hit you, then you can just hit them straight back and you're gonna win the war of attrition basically. But Tita has the right idea here. Bazooka and out nitrous oxide. He has a pretty comfortable hide in which to do it in. If he can keep getting red wind, he should be able to keep that up. He has an opening now. And Zwitter is in a dangerous position where it is possible to get plopped in one shot. Oh, nice wind. Might see a low gravity shot now. Yeah. Because the wind's so low. Oh, it looks good. Good dig. Yeah, very good dig.
Yes, sir.
As long as he's hitting that tree and getting rid of that tree, it's a good shot. Obviously, we'd want to get through the gap and hit the worm, but still, it's better to dig out than do nothing.
Daneben. Verstanden.
Right, he's got 2 wind now, so probably low gravity Zook again.
Attacke.
Well, he hasn't hit, but he has destroyed the girder a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Right, Drake, you can't be on the desk then now. Sorry, pal. Oh, very nice wind from Zwitter. Can he knock that worm down into the ditch? It looks like yes, he can.
Revenge.
Now, if I was Tita, I would want to change my hide because that is a position that's very easy to get a sitter inside unless he's confident enough that he can hit this. But if he misses this shot, that could be the turning point in the match. Yeah, if that was 4 second, that might... Yeah, that could have actually bounced through and hit if that was 4 second. Now Zwitter can just throw a sitter in that gap if he can get the accuracy.
Yeah, that looks good.
Just a little bit too far. It's not the easiest shot to actually get a sitter in because it's only like a very, very small window to get in there. Oh, very nice wind for Tita here. Oh. Oh. But he has destroyed the girder. Zwitter is now open. Interesting first round. Zwitter had some clutch shots exactly where he needed them.
What's this?
Really was not expecting Tita to get those shots that he did. Zwitter to get those shots that he did. But he did. Very nice shots. It brought him back in the game. Zwitter has a real chance of getting ahead now. But he is open now. Yeah, good shot there from Tita.
Ich hab's dir heimgezahlt. Yes, sir.
Zwitter will likely move because even if he does get a hit, he's at risk of a sitter death. So he might want to change his hide.
Quickly. Verstanden.
That's actually not a bad hide considering the position that Tita is in. Like with his angle, it's hard to get a bounce back there. Possible, but difficult.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
A little trap shot into nowhere.
Yes, sir.
Into the void.
What's this?
It is a good hide from Zwitter though. And he gets the sitter. Not as perfectly as he wanted, but he does get the hit.
Verstanden.
I would change hide if I was Tita. Even just hide there, to be honest, so that he can't get sittered. No sitter buys Zwitter. I actually really like this hide. Because even if Zwitter hits Tita, Tita's got an easy shot to win the match. So I would expect Zwitter to hide, if I'm honest. It wouldn't surprise me if Tita just keeps following him, to be honest. Oh, very nice wind. Not sure about that hide though.
Quickly.
This could go on for a while.
Verstanden.
There's no rules, they're allowed to do that. Will he try that again?
Yeah, aggressive.
Yes, sir.
Now that's a very interesting hide because the angle that Zwitter can shoot out, I need to do that faster, so the angle that he shoots out wouldn't really allow for that angle of entry, so not a terrible hide there. So Tita does manage to successfully steal Zwitter's hide here. Will Zwitter choose to teleport and use Tita's tactic, or will he try to shoot? This is a question.
What's this?
Tita is a very good strategic player. That's something that I was saying to Zwitter on the stream last night. Not only is Tita a very competent artillery player, he's got years and thousands of hours of experience with strategic schemes, mostly intermediate, but also elite scheme as well. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me to see him change his hide there. Oh, the wind from Tita though couldn't come at a better time for him. If he can get the right power, he's overshot it ever so slightly. If that was even just one notch less power, it would have done some damage. Yeah, Zvitter's just a little bit too short there.
Verstanden.
This is not going to work. The pixels.
Well,
So many pixels.
if it was a 4-second fuse, he might have done a little bit of damage, but to be honest, there's no way he was going to predict that. Very nice wind for Zwitter. This is exactly the wind that he needs. A little bit of an undershoot there. Does actually... The one good thing to come out of that is it means that where he hit there makes it possible for him to use higher powered bazookas, or should I say bazookas with more stronger red wind. Wow, that was almost the most ridiculous shot I've ever seen.
Again, the same wind.
No, that's 4-bar wind. His last wind was 2-bar. Or 3-bar. But that is actually a nice wind considering what he hit in the previous turn.
Alright, let's see again. Oh, it was close.
These bounces that he's getting are ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
I don't like that shot that Tita's going for, though. It's a very small chance of success.
Quickly.
His best shot, in my opinion, is a back bounce from there to blow up the land behind Zwitter. Oh, a low gravity
Bounces
shot.
are absolutely weird.
Verstanden.
Getting some weird bounces here. Both players actually have very good hides, though. Right, he's going for a 4-second max here. Oh,
The bounces. Why? The bounce.
yeah, even if that had bounced forward with 4-second wasn't really the right fuse. Very nice wind from Zwitter here.
To be exact.
Yeah, a little bit short. 4 damage. Oh, good open there from Zwitter.
Verstanden!
Yeah, it could be crucial.
I'd like to see
Grenade,
Tita hide behind Zwitter now.
But no, very very like set on this shot, except now it's 3 seconds.
Oh,
For a dig, but not enough.
Yes, sir!
close, close. I don't blame Zwitter Tita for trying to take that opportunity.
Quickly! What's this?
If I was Tita, I would probably hide behind Zwitter now.
Verstanden!
Tita is vulnerable to the same shot because now that piece of terrain is gone and it can bounce actually.
He's using max bounce again.
Max bounce, but a sharper angle. This could be good actually. This could be good.
Nah.
Yes, sir!
I know that he's not going to get that close enough with that fuse.
Quickly! Verstanden!
I mean, right, he's done that. Oh, the wind.
What now though? Like, can't
That's
sit
like,
here for
that.
long.
I actually like that because if Zwitter was planning on hiding there, he has opened that to make it a lot easier now. So he's just going to use the shotgun to open. Yeah. Actually, nice to see the players using the shotgun to do that.
Verstanden!
We introduced, well, it was B2B who introduced shotgun to the BNG scheme. Something like 17 years ago or something? 17, 18 years ago?
Yes, sir!
And I think of 17 years ago, I still think about the 90s. Sometimes.
I can't remember, but I think it was myself, Wormfood, and Korean Red Dragon that came up with that idea. It's I believe it's is it 1-star power or is it 3-star power? I can't remember. But yeah, obviously the rules are you're not allowed to use shotgun to shoot your opponent. You're only allowed to use it to open up your own hide a little bit.
Ooh,
Oh, very nice shot
speaking of
there.
opening up.
Very nice shot.
Ich hab's dir heimgeteilt! Yes, sir!
Almost any shot now kills. And let's
Yeah.
see if the teleport could bounce off a grenade maybe, but it's too risky with the pixels. And then just moves to the side, but he is in a very, very open position. Oh, and this wind. Oh, and the wind.
Oh, the wind as well.
Just don't hit the pixels. The pixels are very deadly.
Zero wind is a BNGer's
The pixel.
wet dream. That is... I can't believe how lucky Zwitter is right there. One pixel saved his life. A pixel in a dream.
Daneben! Verstanden!
I wouldn't go for the Zook here, but I would go for a 3-second grenade.
Yeah, that's what the tita is going for as well, and it's gonna to land.
Is it enough damage though? Yeah, it is. That was a very nice first round. Incredible shots by both players. So Tita takes the lead, 1-0.
Yes, and now we move into Hysteria.
Right, so I'm going to open up the match so Unfazed can join us. Right, so Unfazed You should be able to just join the booth now. Right.
He has.
Where is the TUS scheme here? Is that him joined? Hello, Unfazed.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Great first game.
Sorry. Can I just get like I want to get a quick sound comparison from you two. So if Unfazed counts up to 3 and then Ledan counts up to 3, and I can quickly see who I need to turn up.
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
And 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'll turn Unfazed up a little bit. Could you just repeat that quickly, please?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I think that's good enough. If there's a big difference, the stream can let us know. Right. That's that last one. That's quite a nice. That's rubbish though. Right,
Here we
best
go.
of luck to both these guys. This is Hysteria. This is the second round, and Zwitter gets the first turn.
Toss a nice grenade onto the right side. Could toss a nice grenade onto the here. I decides to just pile. He's gonna pile with the mine. No, actually.
First blood. Verstanden.
Right, so could kill this worm with just a. I was going to say grenade, but 2 mines. No, 1 mine and a shotgun shot perhaps.
So, Unfazed, what do you reckon? This is your favourite artillery scheme, is it not? How do you see this match, the positions? Who's your favourite?
I'm liking Zwitter's positions. He's got above and beyond down the bottom, very safe. Thing is, Tita's 2 worms there. They can't really do. They're a bit too closed in. Like, I wouldn't like to be in that position personally there. I like that nitrous oxide and Matzo are kind of open. They've got a bit more space. So yeah, Tita has to use a teleport to get out.
What's this?
Personally, I would have kept that worm where it was and just saved that worm for later. I would have teleported the other worm out instead.
Das wirst du bereuen.
To me, it's for me personally the golden rule. The golden strategy in Hysteria is always keep 1 worm full HP. It doesn't matter if you have to be the most boring player in the world. Keep 1 worm at full HP and try and avoid piles wherever possible.
Verstanden. Schnell. Attacke.
Oh, this could be risky.
Oh,
Verflixt.
almost.
Yes, sir.
That first worm's turn is always the trickiest because the aim, you have to set it.
Yeah.
You have to set it up, and it takes almost the entire turn to do that.
So yeah, Zwitter does get the first kill, but you've got to remember in Hysteria there's no rules and there's always the worm order manipulation. So we'll see if that happens here. Will he pile this worm, or... Yeah, he does.
He does.
Not the best place to teleport though, but...
Yeah, I would have gone to the right of nitrous oxide,
Yeah.
not to the left.
Quickly.
Or even like underneath him. Okay, so he's doing that strategically
Verstanden.
to remove the turn order abuse.
I mean, it won't be fast enough, but... It will prevent it from happening twice in a row. Yeah, good cow there.
Verräter. Yes, sir.
He could actually suicide himself on that other worm and plop the other worm. That's exactly what he's going to do.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, he's missed. See, this is why, for those of you who are not aware, there's a feature in Worms where you can lock the screen in place by pressing scroll lock. So in order to get perfect suicides like that, you align the edge of the screen with the worm, hit scroll lock, and then when you're jetpacking, you know exactly where to hit the button to get that perfect jetpack suicide. So a pro tip for you there.
Oh, that was kind of funny.
Well, at least his worm got a free haircut there.
Whoops. Verstanden. Schnell.
Hello, Lales. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, it's
Aye.
looking pretty good for Tita now.
Yeah.
Turn order abuse can't be done anymore because all of Tita's worms are close to each other.
Yeah.
Sir. Quickly.
Can I make him a little louder? Yes, I can.
Fire.
We'll see if that works. Just let me know if he needs to go up any more or whatever.
Das wirst du bereuen. Verstanden. Schnell.
He could suicide this worm, which I believe he should, but he's not going to. He doesn't need to. That's a great shot.
That's a perfect shot.
Ich hab's dir heimgezahlt. See ya. Yes, sir. Quickly. What's this?
Oh, nice low gravity. Potentially
Could be
could
good.
hit worm
We have a
free.
good chance that it could be good, but it's not.
Not too far off though. Not shabby.
Verstanden. Schnell.
What wind? Unfortunately, no red wind for him.
Attacke.
But he can instead line up his shot for the next turn. Oh, that was a perfect shot. If that was red wind, Zwitter would have been in trouble. So fortunately, I believe Zwitter will possibly move now. Maybe not yet, but before that worm's other turn. Whenever you see your opponent get one of the worms with their petrol perfectly, you do not want to risk them being able to repeat that shot. So you want to always move away before they get the chance to repeat it. Because he's got that shot. He doesn't need to change his aim, he just needs to do another full power shot exactly where he is and it will definitely hit.
Oh, fire. Yes, sir. Quickly.
Oh,
Verstanden.
That could have been a good shot again. The low gravity.
the
Speaking of
wind.
good shot probabilities. I'll try the petrol. This does not look like it's gonna land there.
yeah, a little bit too far there. Yeah, I don't see Zwitter staying there now because worm free for Tita can just repeat that petrol bomb. Yeah. This is going to be a very tough match for Zwitter, but with enough good shots in correct positioning, he can get back into this. Tita can just actually be quite patient right now.
Quickly.
I imagine Zwitter might hide on the right side here. Maybe. Right, so he's going to go underneath. So it looks like he is trying to take advantage of that turn order. He might be able to get a few shots at this worm.
Yeah, Tita's blowtorch there actually was really good because it stops Zwitter from being able to knock him down onto the mine.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh well, he'll have another attempt at it.
This, if he gets a petrol bomb right there, that would be very good. But he might just drop a grenade down again. Yeah. I like that idea, to be fair. He should have just went with the safe game though and opened up above and beyond from above and beyond. So, yeah, he has allowed Zwitter to take advantage of that turn order rotation now.
He could get a plop on Tita's
Yeah.
right worm next. Oh,
That's
he
a very
saves-
nice
he
shot.
saves it. That's a great shot.
Nice though. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
that's a
good.
very nice shot.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
Moving around,
Yep.
moving
That's
around.
exactly what I would have done.
Das wirst du bereuen. Verstanden. Schnell. Watch this. Attacke.
Oh, what a shot!
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
going to get that there.
If the wind was a little bit stronger,
Yeah.
we would have got the push.
He is a very smart player.
Yeah.
Zwitter did get lucky with the wind there, to be fair. Good shot there for the shotgun though.
Revenge.
Brings it to 2 versus 1.
Anxious.
Zwitter does have a good chance for a bounce back shot here.
Verstanden. Schnell.
Will he go for that?
That's a good idea. Nice
Yeah.
idea to push, but didn't do it.
Just you wait.
Does do a little bit of damage.
Quickly.
Makes a bounce back grenade a bit harder too, but he's got some nice wind here.
Fire.
If Tita gets the right wind left, if he gets strong red wind, he can get a petrol from the left, or strong wind. Oh, he's not got the best wind there, but
That looks good.
oh, very nice try.
Oh, fire.
That was a nice trap shot.
Quickly.
You'll have to use low gravity to try and attack number 2 now. Right, so he's going to go underneath.
Yes, Zwitter is a bit of a dark side on his Syrian aerial. His aerial is special because it's more time. That was kind of scary.
It's actually pretty clever.
Yes, sir.
It stops Zwitter from attacking from under.
What?
Maybe. He does get away with it.
Hmm.
Das wirst du bereuen. Anxious.
I was thinking he could have possibly got it with a shotgun as well if he wanted to play it safer.
Yeah.
But it worked out. Now it's 1v1 with Zwitter with more health. So Zwitter's come back
Yes, sir.
from 3-1. Now he's ahead.
Quickly.
Doesn't really surprise me. I mean, Tita made a massive mistake when he moved his big health worm from the left over to the right and made that pile possible. That was his big mistake. Oh, very, very, very good shot though. That's an incredible shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to teleport out of there, I think.
It seems like Zwitter keeps underestimating the B&G ability of Tita though. But you do have to take risks sometimes, and when you've got more health, it is worth the risk. That mine.
Very interesting.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, Tita playing
So
very accurately.
disappointing.
Quickly.
So in this round, Zwitter's played better strategically, Tita's played better mechanically.
Verstanden.
Right. Oh, this is such a huge opportunity for Tita for the win. A nice little max bounce. Oh, he's going for the petrol bomb.
It's good.
And he gets another good push there.
Wait. Yes, sir.
Zwitter could actually get a hit here, but it's not.
You reckon?
Yeah, he can do a trap shot to get out and over. Low gravity trap shot if you look at the screen. I've done shots like that in Hysteria before. But you won't really see players like that doing those shots. They're quite advanced.
Yeah, and the other thing is you'd have to leave his worm where it is as well, which is
Yeah,
kind of
that's
dangerous. Better move.
that's the reason why you wouldn't do it, because
Yep.
it is a challenging shot. If you miss, you're screwed basically.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, it's a high risk.
Quickly.
Again, Zwitter's hiding a vulnerable position because
I'm not loving that hide.
anywhere Tita gets a shot within this range with petrol is going to do damage to him, and he nails it,
Yeah.
and that's
He's
GG.
done it. GG. Wow. That's 2-0.
So long.
Yeah, 2-0 to Tita. Absolutely deadly petrol bombs from Tita, so Zwitter goes for fort. Deedly deedly dee, and I want the Fort K scheme. If I can find it amongst all these schemes that I have. Fort K I'm looking for. There we go, Fort K. Right. I need to find a good map for Zwitter. Got lots of good maps here. Let's see. It's quite a nice map. It doesn't like that one. Right, so those maps. Because those maps are too. Oh, that's. I'm not exactly sure which style he wants. I've already used that map multiple times. It's a good map though. That's a nice map. No square. Yes. No square. So he wants like a... I'm not really too sure what kind of map he's actually looking for here.
He doesn't want it to be flat at the top, I think.
He wants it to be flat at the top.
No, he doesn't want it to be flat
Right.
at the top. I think that's what I'm getting from what he's saying. He's saying no plane at the top.
I don't see planes, I only see bricks.
Next.
No IMDb.
fiend.
Yeah, I've got lots of, but I need to find the position where I was, so I need to go back to that circle one. Yeah, cool. That's actually a really nice map, to be fair. I think by plane, he means plane. So Monster is just taking a quick, or never mind. Right, let's go.
Let's go.
Third round. Best of luck to both players. I love this scheme.
Yes, sir.
Let the games begin.
This is actually one of my favourite schemes in the cup. This scheme specifically as well. So this is a variation of forts that I obviously edited myself. So when the first cup that we hosted, we used the TUS TFL scheme, which is the TUS Free League scheme, and it was way like too overpowered. Like the sudden death came too soon, and most matches just ended with sudden death plops, and it was a little bit boring. And I wanted a fort scheme that emphasizes actual artillery skill. So the main differences from this scheme is you have 8 low gravities instead of 6. Sudden death is 16 minutes instead of 12, but nothing actually happens in sudden death, so there is technically no sudden death. So no invading is the only rule basically, and standard size maps only for the scheme, which is actually pretty important. The reason why standard standard maps are only allowed is because of the environment of the scheme. If the maps are too big, the game will go on forever. So 80 HP worms as opposed to 200 HP worms in the original scheme, and you might be wondering, well, that's not a lot, and that's because of the weapons that you get. So there's no banana bombs, there's no girder pack, you only get 4-second retreat time, so you can't even hide as deeply as you could before. You only get 1 sheep launcher, 1 homing missile, 1 baseball bat in case of invasions, and 2 holy hand grenades. So that's why there's only 320 HP in total. But it's a very interesting scheme. It definitely emphasises both mechanical ability and your strategy for positioning your worms and making sure you protect yourself while hitting as well as you can, and choosing to use your powerful weapons at the right moment is quite important as well. I think I could agree with that, Stoned Worms. It could potentially be a long round, especially with Zwitter as an opponent, because he infamously hides extremely deep in dark side. But I don't really see that being a problem for Tita, because Tita knows... Tita also knows how to be patient, and as you saw in the B&G, he is capable of playing smart. That was a horrible shot, though. I wasn't expecting that from Tita.
Is that a plop hole? No, that's... Yeah, there's a plop hole that at the end. That's tunnel.
Yeah, interesting design.
I mean, not like it's... Ooh, that blows up. I thought he was going to go for the big zoom gap again, but no.
Whoops.
And he hit back relatively easily with a shot straight full power. Even like this map, I don't know if it allows sheep launchers. Could be very easily slotted in, but maybe even a full power holy hand grenade can like just be easily slotted in, although it could just bounce right back out even if it goes right in. We'll
Good
see,
dig.
maybe.
Oh, fire. Yes, sir.
Oh, I could do the perfect BNG shot on Zwitter right now with a holy hand grenade. Like, I know how to get the holy hand grenade directly above nitrous oxide to get a double hit there.
Quickly.
He's going for the straight zook.
Okay, we're grabbing. And it's a nice push.
Yeah, good shot there.
Blood. Verstanden.
He has left himself open there though. As Tita could stand up here, do a direct shot back, and then perhaps jump up here to get away to safety.
What is that?
He's shooting the bow and arrow so that there isn't a chance of being plopped.
Yeah. He doesn't want his worms to slide into
Yes,
that.
sir.
Because there is the possibility of Zwitter throwing a petrol there, so he doesn't want to take that risk. It's a smart move. It shows that Tita's aware of the scheme and the possibilities. As I said before, Tita comes from a background of strategic schemes such as Elite and Intermediate.
Quickly. What's this?
And let's see how this grenade is gonna go. Very far.
Whoops. Verstanden.
I'm actually really impressed by Tita's performance in the Hysteria. He did make that pretty bad mistake by allowing Zwitter to take advantage of the turn order manipulation on... Oh, what a shot. Oh my word, that was almost a plop.
You wait. Yes, sir.
That's a great shot.
If that was 4 seconds, wow, but what a shot. So what I was saying is Tita's performance in the Hysteria, he did sort of leave that worm vulnerable, but the way he recovered from it and handled that was just exceptional. Like, very well done. So Zwitter using one of his girders. Yeah, Tita is a very good all-rounder.
I think the next time the grenade goes, it just blows up the cover and plops him.
He is better at strategy and artillery than he is physical schemes. He's nothing to write home about when it comes to physical schemes, but he's competent enough that it makes him good in other schemes.
Hey, bazooka, but that's a bit low.
Because he had the red wind with low gravity. Yeah, that was that wasn't.
Yes, sir.
I
He
think
was running low on time and rushed that shot a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Ladan that just said, like, it looked like he was about to throw a petrol bomb, which actually would have been a good choice, and then he switched to bazooka there.
I think he just panicked at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, he's good enough at the rope. But definitely, I wouldn't consider him good with the rope. I would consider him around average with the rope. Good enough that it's useful in the strategic schemes. But, I mean, you don't have to be good at everything. Like me, I really enjoy physical schemes and artillery schemes, but not strategic schemes as a player. I have played some intermediate and I've won some matches against players like Old Sock and stuff who are okay at intermediate, but I'm nothing special. Like, I'm very good mechanically, but I can't be bothered with the strategy. It just... Alright, good petrol there. I don't know why, but when I fight went a bit, I don't know what it is with strategy, but I just get I really enjoy watching the other players play, and I really enjoy analysing each individual turn, and I do have a little bit of an idea about strategy, but I don't play it and I don't practice thinking ahead in that specific game. So it's like I'm always more focused on what's the best move I can do right now, as opposed to what's the best move for me to actually do right now, if that makes sense. But yeah, as I said before, that performance from Tita in that semi-final about 6 years ago is the best performance I've seen from any player in intermediate. From what impresses me personally. Obviously, there's been great performances such as the comeback from Chuvash when he was 3-0 down against Mablak and he managed to come back and get a 4-3 victory. And then in the last final there between... No, was it the final or was it the semi-final? Mablak against Rafka where... Yeah, it was the final because he was 3-0 down or something and he managed to come back and win 4-3, or he was 3-1 down or something like that and Rafka managed to come back and win. But yeah, which is obviously very impressive, but for me, it was... Because Tita's a very exciting player, he's very, very aggressive and he's very, very creative. As a spectator, he's extremely fun to watch. And all his grenade shots were just incredible. Ah, Tita ran out of time there. Not Tita, Zwitter ran out of time.
Yeah, he was blocked in by his own worm. By the time he knocked it out of the way, he ran out of time.
I'm actually surprised that Zwitter doesn't play intermediate, to be honest, because Zwitter considers himself a strategic player, and he is actually pretty good at strategy. So I'm surprised I don't see him playing like intermediate. I think he would be pretty good at that. He's got that same mentality like Chuvash and Rafka.
Ooh,
That's a nice shot.
Another 13 damage shot? No, 21 this time.
So aye, Tita's on match point here, if he can win this round. Little bit of an overshoot there. But as long as you're hitting the fort.
Have a dig with the bazooka.
I'm really curious to see who will be the first to use a holy hand grenade.
Yes, sir.
They're both actually in really, really prime positions for holy hand grenade right now. Like, especially Zwitter. If you're good at predicting the bounces of a low gravity full power holy hand grenade, you can get that right in there. Destroying the front of Tita's fort here. Oh, Tita placed a girder as well, I need to write that down. Oh, he's gone for a holy hand grenade. Good luck.
Oh, could be good. Could be good.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah, well.
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit
Some
off
damage
there.
to the fort.
Yeah.
Better than a flopped holy hand grenade, but
Yeah.
not what he wanted, obviously.
I mean, yeah, because that means that Zwitter's at more risk when he takes shots from this position and he goes to retreat. It's more easy to be plopped.
Ooh.
And he knows that, which is why he's not taking a follow-up shot.
Yeah, it'll make the retreat really difficult.
Whoops.
Mm.
Verstanden.
I'm actually surprised at the angle Tita threw that holy hand grenade. In fort, I personally believe you want a much steeper angle when you throw your holy hand grenade, so that there's less chance of it bouncing left past into the water or bouncing right back into the water. If you throw it at a very high angle, at least if it does bounce backwards or forwards, it's got more chance of catching something and at least blowing up the top of the fort.
Yes, sir.
That was an interesting zook from Tita, getting right in there.
We can see some retaliation grenades, but for now bazookas.
Whoops. Verstanden.
I've got my headphones on, I can still hear my cat snoring. That's fair enough if Tita just wants to keep digging at Zwitter. Sometimes, especially if this fort is some maps like this, it can be a bit of patience just destroying your enemy's fort. Tita's worms are a little bit open here. There you go, good shot from Zwitter. Does a bit more damage.
Very nice.
He's opened up the fort a little bit more now, which makes throwing a grenade in there a little bit easier.
Was he actually going for...
Ooh, he's going for the holy... Ooh. I think he got a little bit lucky with that pixel there.
Yeah. I don't like... I really don't understand Tita's use of Holy Hand Grenade this round. Arguably, I would say Tita's the best forts player in the cup. And this round here, he's been a bit careless. From what I can remember, he's hit pretty much every other Holy Hand Grenade he's thrown in the cup very well. Apart from maybe one, I think. But, I mean, that's not a useless Holy Hand Grenade. It does some good damage in the middle of the map. But,
Yes, sir.
that's his chance to kill 2 or more worms. With 1 or 2 shots gone. So Zwitter definitely has the edge. He's a little bit ahead, and he has both his holy hand grenades. So I would say that Tita needs to start hitting some very good shots and very, very often. Because it's definitely not going to be easy for Tita now. Definitely not against Zwitter. Because yeah, this is going to be a long round. Stoned Worms was correct. Or was it Corolla Man? Headshot. Oh, that reminds me of that viral video for like 15, 20 years ago. Boom! Headshot! Boom! Headshot!
He's
Oh
checking
man,
the
I haven't thought
angle.
about that in years.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah, it's like a Counter-Strike clip, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. It does seem that Tita has done more damage to Zwitter's fort
Yeah,
than the
that's
other way around.
yeah, that's because of the holy hand grenades.
Hmm.
Even without the holy hand grenade, he's done a bit more damage to the top. But
Yeah.
oh, Zwitter with his holy hand grenade. Oh,
Well,
and he's
that
missed
was
one of his as well.
exactly-
This is going to be a very long game if Zwitter doesn't hit his other holy hand grenade. Wow. That was so close to being perfect. Oh, wow.
Yeah, with the holy grenades, I'd much preferred one of the lower worms shooting up on a higher angle, like you said earlier.
I don't. I've shown on the streams so many times how to throw much better holy hand grenades in forts, and nobody listens. They keep throwing these high powered, low angle that's got such a high chance of bouncing and killing Nemo. Like, what did Nemo do to deserve a holy hand grenade?
Well, it's not gonna
Nemo's-
kill
Nemo
Nemo
suffered
because
enough.
he doesn't live on the ocean. So,
Just keep swimming.
Ooh.
Just keep swimming.
same thing.
That's actually one of my favourite things I've ever heard in a animated film is the seagulls. Mine, 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 mine. That was almost a good grenade from Zwitter there. Just a little bit too much fuse.
Yeah, 1 second less would have been good.
I mean, that blows up a good section of the map, at least.
Yeah, it opens up the fort a little bit more.
So the one good thing about that holy hand grenade that Tita done is it really limits Zwitter's movement potential. With this big hole here and all that land open there, it's difficult for Zwitter to take his shots from the front of the fort because he can't hide deep enough. So it does actually leave Zwitter a little bit vulnerable. I like this though. It looks like he's going to try and hide here so he can get shots from there. So that's an okay girder if he can follow through with it. I think that's what he's going to do anyway. I don't really see any other reason for him putting a girder there.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing to me, but after you mention that, it gives him a bit of an escape route.
Yeah.
Take a shot from the front and then just duck his worm down there at the bottom of the girder.
Oh wow! What a catch!
That was a trick shot.
Monster says Spider-Man. That was actually really cool the way that happened. I like that. It's one of the reasons why I love Worms. It's like it doesn't matter how long you've played, you always see interest in weird little things like that. He's left himself a bit vulnerable there, though. He didn't get as far down on that girder as I think he had hoped.
It didn't look like he was even trying to go a bit further down. It was, I think he would have had time to get down further, but seems like he chose to stay near the top.
Yeah, Tita's just still focusing on that middle top part.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Peter's doing pretty well at destroying the Zwitter's fort. Zwitter's got a bit of catching up to do. Even though he's ahead on HP currently.
He does still have one holy hand grenade as well, and that could be crucial for Zwitter. Oh. Zwitter's not having much luck with his actual shooting in this round. Meanwhile, Tita is just comfortably chipping away at Zwitter's fort, which is the strategical long game better idea. Now that he's actually missed both his holy hand grenades, destroying Zwitter's fort so that it's leaving him more and more vulnerable, less and less places to hide. Oh, very nice petrol.
Beautiful petrol.
Yep.
Just you wait. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of devastating because Above and Beyond's next. Oh no, he's not next. Still got 2 turns. But
They do have free worm selects as well.
yeah,
Oh, somebody's Titas. They've both actually used a worm select.
ooh, unlucky bounce back there.
Yeah, Tita's, Zwitter's not able to find his grenades. He keeps getting these unlucky bounces that are sending it off the fort. Maybe you should think about switching to Zook to chip away at the land a little bit. It's a little bit of a psychological trap. If you keep using grenade and you keep missing, and you're in this position where you might, I'm not saying this is what he's thinking, but he may be thinking he wants to attack Tita. He doesn't want to use Zook because at this point his hide's a lot open. He wants to actually get full-on shots and damage. But it might be better to just bite the bullet and start bazookaing his hide and opening him. And at least then you might present yourself with the opportunity to get a very good holy hand grenade shot or sheep launcher attack.
Yeah, I agree.
He's overshot that as well. This is not like Zwitter. Zwitter's normally got a lot better aim than this.
I think he's feeling the pressure. It's match point, and Peter's looking fairly comfortable at the moment.
Using low gravity here, yes he is. Good shot.
Over. Yes, sir.
So Tita's actually used 3 low gravities and Zwitter has used 2.
Actually, where are they using the sheep launchers? When will they use them?
From what I've seen, most players leave the sheep launcher to as late as possible. You always see them using holy hand grenade usually before sheep launcher. But for me, when I was playing this scheme and testing this scheme and with the strategies that I usually use, I can comfortably rely on my BNG. I could actually finish matches without even using holy hand grenade or sheep launcher in a lot of situations. But if you can get some good attacks with your holy hand grenades, or at least one, kind of want to save that sheep launcher for the very last worm, because if the very last worm is dark siding and they're a bit of a pain in the ass, the sheep launcher has the potential to at least do some damage through land because it's higher powered, or it has the ability to actually jump through the maze of the land, if you know what I mean, and actually get close enough to do that damage. So I personally do think it's a good idea to leave sheep launcher as late as possible. With Holy Hand Grenade, because they are so high in damage, and they also blow up a massive chunk of land, you just use those whenever you see the opportunity, really.
Yes, sir.
If you think you can hit that worm, go for it. If you think you can blow up a really important bit of land, go for it. Zwitter has used all of his girders now, so he cannot protect himself anymore from the incoming onslaught of bazookas from Tita. So instead he's going to hide his worm a little bit. This is a really tough position for Zwitter, because with the 4-second retreat, he can't leave himself vulnerable.
That's good.
Over. Yes, sir.
Tita turning up the pressure here, making it difficult for Zwitter to make any progress. Tita's got a lot of, control over Zwitter's worms. Like, he's restricting their movement quite effectively.
Yeah, Tita's sitting very comfortably right now. I think Zwitter actually has great opportunities for Holy Hand Grenade. Not as much now that he's moved that worm away, but if he had done it in the last few turns, or if this worm here stays round about there, I would personally see that as a massive opportunity for Holy Hand Grenade, but then again, you've got to be accurate enough with it. Because one of the things, like, if you know how to throw 4-second full power grenades, it's pretty easy to do a low gravity Holy Hand Grenade, because it basically goes, just think of it as going exactly double the distance. That's what the low gravity does. So and it also bounces high and rolls a little bit softer, so it's a very, very good way of slipping in. It is a little bit more challenging when you're aiming it so low with this shape of map. That's one of the reasons. I don't know why Zwitter chose a map that's not as flat on the top, but those maps that are completely flat on the top are extremely easy to throw Holy Hand Grenades and get them to, at the very least, successfully blow up the top of the map.
What does sudden death even do with this? Because
Sudden death, it doesn't actually have any consequences for water rise or health. It's basically just an indicator to say, hurry the fuck up. Really, it just lets you know that round about half an hour's passed. But the game goes on as long as it takes.
Now, Zwitter has a good opportunity for a better opportunity for a Holy Hand Grenade.
Yeah, Tita's not stupid though. He's making sure his worms are not too close together. I mean, personally speaking, I want Tita to win, but I would like to see Zwitter win this round, because I'd like to see them play the other schemes. I'd love to see them play Aerial, and I'd love to see them play Grenade Wars, because I like seeing good players playing the schemes that I love. And it's always nice when you see a grand final go like all the way, go the distance. A 3-0 sweep can be, while it can be fun, it's always nice to see that. Yeah, to see another round at least. I have a train to board and I need something to do. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Let's go.
That's actually a really, really good open for Zwitter. Now that is a massive opportunity for Holy Hand Grenade for Zwitter. And I'd be surprised if Tita doesn't cover that. If I was Zwitter, I would be going for that Holy Hand Grenade, because anywhere it lands in there and bounces, it's going to end up on one of these two worms. So that's a massive opportunity for Zwitter in his next turn. Will he recognise that? Will he go for it, or will he... Oh! Good shot.
I'll get you. Yes, sir. What's this?
Oh, good shot.
Yeah.
Ich schnapp dich.
Oh, 1 HP. I feel like Zwitter missed a huge opportunity with Holy Hand Grenade there. Now, you actually still have a chance if Tita stays there. No, he doesn't.
Oh, via.
Yeah, that opportunity with the Holy Hand Grenade is gone for now. Tita is doing a very good job of destroying all the right land. He is making it really difficult for Zwitter to comfortably move around and have good positions to shoot from. Super challenging for Zwitter right now.
Yeah, I feel like Zwitter's kind of fallen a little bit behind in the development of destroying Tita's structure. Tita's applying pressure with every turn. It's kind of, yeah, that's a great petrol.
Just you wait. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, when Tita missed his second Holy Hand Grenade, or should I say, when his second Holy Hand Grenade didn't hit any worms and Zwitter still had 2 Holy Hand Grenades, I genuinely thought that Zwitter was going to hit some Holy Hand Grenades and run away with this game, but unfortunately Zwitter missed his first Holy Hand Grenade, and it's just been a case of Tita slowly punishing Zwitter here, slowly but surely chipping away at his fort, playing the endurance game correct here. He's winning the battle of attrition as far as the landmass goes here. And he still has 2 girders left, Tita, for protection. And Zwitter's already used all 3 of his girders to protect his worms. Forts, especially this forts, is definitely a game of patience, endurance, and mechanical skills with the actual artillery weapons.
Yeah, I agree.
There is obviously some strategy involved, but this scheme is made to be as focused on your actual shooting ability as possible. You can't just, I got a little bit close. It's not like the TFL scheme where you can miss absolutely everything. You could win the game by not even getting a single HP of damage until sudden death and then killing all the enemy worms with a banana bomb. That's how ridiculous the TFL scheme is, in my opinion. And why I don't like that scheme, because there's a lot of luck to it. Sudden death comes too fast. Some of the weapons are overpowered, you know. So yeah, this scheme's definitely more about how precise you can be with the weapons, how patient you can be, how disciplined you can be. Are you going to play the safe game, the safe but sure game? Are you going to take risks? If you can take...
cheap, but with 4 worms, oh, that could have been so good.
That was a good shot, though. It blew up a little bit of land that's in the way. But yeah, can you take those risks and win? Are you going to take risks, fail, and keep taking risks and failing? And unfortunately be too stubborn to change your strategy up? Sometimes a player can get locked on to trying to make sure one type of shot succeeds. I've experienced that myself in B&G. Oh, what a great shot.
Great shot.
A skill.
Yeah. Tita's making a lot of his shots a lot more than Zwitter is. I think he's playing a bit better mechanically, like you said earlier.
I still think Zwitter is the better strategic player in some of these schemes, but
Zwitter's got a lot of patience, and he plays for the long game. You know, it's not over yet, and you know, he still has a chance to get back into it. It'll be interesting to see where it goes, and I'd obviously like to see him win at least one of these matches so we can get another scheme.
Whoops. Verstanden.
I mean, you are starting to see the damage on Tita's fort there pile up. I like that he switched from throwing grenades to throwing bazookas, because you'll see now that he's at least blown up that land rather than having bounces. Because that's like, it's one of the strategies I use in B&G itself as well, is if you're in a situation where you don't think you can hit... Wow, he almost hit him. Oh, what? How is he not losing his turn? What?
Oh my goodness, that was sketchy.
The balls on this man.
My goodness.
That's a good throw open.
It's a good throw.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Tita is definitely dancing with damage there. That was absolutely... He's just showing off now. I can't even remember what I was talking about. That was so crazy.
How you doing?
Oh yeah, one of the strategies that's actually quite useful is if you're not completely comfortable with your accuracy with the grenade. Like, you saw a lot in the B&G that Zwitter was using grenades and they were blowing up in places where it does no damage to the land. And he's suffering from the same thing in the fort, at least earlier on. He's switched now and he's doing a lot better now. You can see that the land, Tita's fort, is being chipped away at the top now. It's becoming more and more equal to Zwitter's fort. So Zwitter definitely still has a chance. But... if you keep throwing grenades, they always have the chance of blowing up without damaging land, whereas if you're shooting bazookas and it hits the land, it's always going to destroy land. So when it comes to like fort, bazookas almost always... Oh, very nice shot. Beautiful shot. So it's like, bazooka is almost always a better choice in fort if you are not absolutely certain that your grenade's going to hit, at least for the purposes of destroying their land over the long term.
Yeah, I think, like you say, the bazookas are a bit more important for opening up the fort so that you can throw grenades in that will hit.
That was a
Grenades
very
are-
good shot.
They're a lot more effective once the forts have been opened up a little bit by bazookas.
Yes, exactly. The more you play this scheme, though, the more you know, the more you realise when those opportunities are best used. Like, because you'll see your opponents in a position where... Yoink! You'll see your opponents are in the position where you can throw a roller, for example, and it's pretty easy. And you can go for that. And if it's not easy to do like a sitter or a roller, or they're open for a direct shot, oh, very nice petrol there.
Yep.
Right, he's coming back into it. Zwitter's picking up the pace a bit now. 2 direct hits in a row. And he's beginning to be a threat to Tita, which is what we want to see.
Yeah, he's picking up some good momentum here, which could turn things around for him.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, beautiful petrol and a really important moment as well. Because it forces Tita to actually use a turn, protecting his worm, which gives Zwitter another shot. Now he's got oh, he's going for a grenade again. I thought he was going to go with that wind. I would have went with the bazooka, but I do see why he did that. Personally speaking, I don't think he should have thrown such a high shot. I mean, this girder that Tita's placed is ripe to get a bounce back to go down here and potentially hit that worm. I would be using that girder to get a nice bounce back shot. His angle was really steep for that shot. If he threw it at a lower angle.
I think I dropped.
Oh, have you dropped out the game, Ludan?
Yeah, I'm still on the girder placement.
Yeah, you've dropped. You're not in the game anymore. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. Goodbye, Ludan.
Beautiful voice there.
Oh, that's just years of family karaoke's. Because you go to like a family party and they like singing all the golden oldies.
Oh, that's a great Molotov there.
Yes, sir.
I'm a follower of Amy Lou. I'll bark wherever I want. The streamer has raised some great dogs. 1,000 toxic dogs. What? I'm sure someone somewhere knows what that means.
Yeah, they were English words, but put together like that, I don't understand.
It's like, oh, another nice petrol there from Zwitter. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like that quote from Ludwig Winston's. I can never pronounce it. Ludwig Wittgenstein or Steen or whatever, where he says, if a lion could speak English, we would not be able to understand what they said because their frame of reference is so different from ours. While we know what each individual word means, the entire grammar is gibberish. Oh, that's a very nice shot.
Beautiful shot.
Just you wait. So long.
So Ludan, Monster says Uruguay internet. I need to update the petrol information because Zwitter's used quite a few now. So he's used 4. He's used 6. Right, so Tita using his last girder now, it looks like.
Komm in die Gänge!
So yeah, you can see that Zwitter is definitely catching up with fort damage.
Yes, sir!
And Zwitter does still have the Holy Hand Grenade. He's, given his situation, I think Zwitter's handling this pretty well. He is definitely getting back in there. He's not giving up without a fight. Good shot there to destroy that girder a bit.
Daneben! Verstanden!
The more you keep Tita vulnerable, the more pressure you put him under. Zwitter's really waiting for that magical moment to use his Holy Hand Grenade. But he needs to be careful because he's only got 2 worms and Tita does still have the sheep launcher. Oh wow, that petrol worked its way through the land there and managed to knock off a little bit. Yeah,
right
stoned
now,
worms. You probably haven't. You've probably not seen that in this scheme. You'll probably have saw that happen in the TFL scheme or the schemes that players use online, but I've never seen that happen with this scheme. Not yet, anyway.
Quick, what's this?
It is possible, absolutely, definitely possible, but oh, that worm is very, very open. If I was Tita, I would use a homing missile right now. Because that's a direct line of sight to that worm. Or use the sheep launcher. That worm is so vulnerable right now. I feel like the players often forget that they even have homing missile. So he does get a little bit of damage. That is Tita's last petrol though. So at least Zwitter doesn't have to worry about that anymore if he has been keeping track of how many Tita has used. Yes, this version of Fort is... It does take a while if the players are not exactly accurate. They did miss the Holy Hand Grenades, which doesn't help. Oh, another quarter of a second. And that would have been perfect. Right, so Tita uses a select worm. I have seen one of the Forts matches ended in about 25 minutes earlier on in the group stage. It really all depends on how accurate the players are and how well they perform with their most powerful weapons. If they miss their Holy Hand Grenades, you're definitely in for a long game. Absolutely.
and even now, there's not really many good spots to throw the Holy Hand Grenade that's going to do much to Tita
Uh-huh.
with his worm placements at the moment.
I mean, it is possible this round could go on for another 50 minutes.
What's this?
Yeah.
Whoops. Verstanden!
Because it's like the better you perform against Zwitter, the more likely he is to dig in, and the more difficult he is to make himself open to attack. Good dig.
Oh, via.
So that hide will not be... To be honest, there's not really that many places that Zwitter can hide. Once that hide is open and he can't hide there, there's not much he can actually do. Like, laser sight here. This is a good opportunity for him to get a Oh, and he's
Oh,
missed.
he's missed.
Oof.
Verstanden!
I thought he had that, to be honest.
Attack
Yeah.
from the front. He's opening up the front of the fort now. Which is not leaving Zwitter with many hiding spots.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see him using a select worm here. He really has to. So they both have one select worm left. Missed again.
That was the same shot.
Quickly!
That's I'm actually really surprised he done that twice in a row and missed. I really expected him to get it working the second time.
I think shotgun was the right choice, even.
Tita's comment, Z generation laser.
Gen Z laser.
Tita's brilliant.
Oh, that's a great sig. He's really open now.
Ich hab's dir heimgezahlt!
I feel like he's going to have to use his last worm select now to save that worm. Yeah, and he does. He can't afford to let that worm die.
No.
On the bright side, at least Tita doesn't have any more petrol bombs.
No, but he didn't waste them. I mean, they were all very effective.
I would love to see another round. I would really like to see Zwitter win this round, but it does kind of look like it's going to be a 3-0 sweep for Tita at this point. If Zwitter can't do something.
Yeah. It is looking that way.
It kind of almost looks like Tita's casually playing. His hides are quite open, but at the same time, he's very, very smartly avoiding positions that are susceptible to holy hand grenade attack, because he's surely aware that Zwitter does have one holy hand grenade left, and Zwitter must be biting his teeth, waiting for that opportunity to use a holy hand grenade, but he just hasn't had the right... He had one opportunity about 10-15 minutes ago, and he either didn't see it, or he just didn't want to take it. But that was his big chance to use a holy hand grenade that he passed up on earlier. Play Chaos on Tourney. I personally do not play Chaos League myself. However, Dream Trance does, if I can remember his actual channel name. Hold on.
Yeah, Dream Trance underscore with an underscore in the middle.
Type it in the chat. What his exact Twitch name is, please, Lidan. And I'll give him a shout out. Always forget because it's like that. So, his channel there, if you want to watch Chaos League matches, you can find that over at www.twitch.tv/dream_trance. Incredibly skilled players there. You've got Master, Dream Trance, Mablak, Kai's, and a lot of other extremely good players. I think there's it's like 14 players or something like that that compete every season for pretty decent cash prizes as well, as far as I'm aware.
Right.
But yeah,
So this game's gonna-
Mablack, Dream Trance streams them mostly. He organises the whole thing. Mablack streams sometimes, Kai streams sometimes, St. Jimmy streams sometimes, but they have a really, really good thing going over there. So if you're interested in watching more competitive Worms, definitely follow Dream Trance there. I'll give a... That is the right channel for Mablack, isn't it?
I'll get you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's Mablack's channel as well. You definitely want to follow Mablack because he's the world's best speedrunner for Worms Armageddon speedrunning. He's got Worms world records there. Ruffled Bricks as well. Ruffled Bricks is a great streamer. He streams all the time. Ruffled Bricks was actually on GDQ and ESA. So I need to... Does Ruffled Bricks have that funny...
Revenge. Verstanden.
Can't remember if he has a weird thing in his name as well or if it's just a straight up, but I've got him... I do have him followed, so I'll give him a shout out as soon as I find his name in my list. There it is. So, yeah, his is just a straight up name. So give Ruffled Bricks a follow as well. Those two guys are the top speedrunners. Mablack does also stream competitive events as well. Mablack's also the co-presenter of the CWA podcast that we do. Interestingly enough, Andy Davidson, the creator of the Worms franchise, did agree to come on the podcast at some point, but he had some troubles last year. It was supposed to come on last year, but a member of his family passed away and he had a little bit of struggle. And because we said that he would come on after he finishes the update for Worms the Director's Cut 1.5, which is still being worked on. So once that's done, we should maybe hopefully get him to come on for a podcast interview, which would be very, very exciting. But yeah, we've already done lots of podcasts with Mablack, and he's a fantastic guy. He's generally considered the greatest overall all-round player of all time. He's won lots of CWT, he's got lots of world records for time trial rope racing. He's one of the most knowledgeable, nicest players in the entire community. So definitely give Mablack a follow. And trust me, you will not regret following either of those players. So yeah, back to the game. Is he going to go for a holy hand grenade here? Oh, he's going for petrol bomb. I actually thought we might have seen a holy hand grenade there. Right, a little bit of damage. There. Those worms are close together. If he could get a holy hand grenade in there, that would be good for him.
Yeah, I feel like Tita's going to have to move that worm
Oh, definitely.
out of the pile now. He's got red wind, so he can't really do much from the back of his fort. Unless he uses... Okay. I was going to say, unless he uses like a homing missile or something.
I'm actually really... I am actually really surprised neither of the players have used home. That's one of... It's the weapon that you see... It's as if they keep forgetting that it's there. Or they're just trying to save it as long as possible, but... It's one of the best weapons that you can use in so many different situations, and you don't see the players using it enough. Actually, I like that shotgun there from him, which means that he can stand down here, shoot out that way, jump over, and then get himself down into safety. So I understand that he's thinking ahead a little bit to give himself a little bit of a better shot.
Yeah, a strategic shotgun there. I think that could work because he's running out of other places to shelter and to shoot from.
Yes, sir.
I'm running out of space along the top of the screen for the weapons here. All the petrol bombs that Tita's used.
What's this?
Oh, he's using the holy hand grenade.
Oh, good luck. That looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's alright. It done a bit of damage. It's blown up a bit of the map. Not the best, but not far from the worst. So, you're asking why there's no sudden death here. It's, I specifically designed this scheme for this specific cup to emphasise skill over luck. And in forts, I believe that sudden death is a waste. It presents luck into the scheme. Like, a player can be ahead and lose only because of sudden death, and I don't like that.
Yes, sir.
So, in the TUS TFL scheme, which is the scheme that we used in the first Academy of Artillery Cup, we saw that the games were incredibly unbalanced in forts. Like, there was a game, I think it was, someone was winning, they had 4 worms, their opponent had 2 worms or something, and they lost purely because they got banana bombed in sudden death when the water was really high, and all their worms got killed in one shot, and it was like, it's ridiculous. It's, what's the point in having a scheme where your accuracy is like so much better than your opponent for the entire game, and then they manage to get one shot and win the game? It just doesn't make sense, does it? It's not very balanced at all. So the reason why I've made this scheme like this is it emphasises the accuracy,
Yes, sir.
your mechanical skills, over everything else. This right now is probably one of the longest fort matches to take place in this cup. But Zwitter is a very dark-sided player. Tita knows how to keep himself safe from that as well. They're 2 very strategic players. They're 2 very disciplined players. They're 2 very competitive players. So you're not going to see them giving each other that space, and that's what's good about this scheme. Like, we've saw fort matches with this scheme finish in 25 to 30 minutes when the players hit their holy hand grenades. But see, that's the thing. This scheme can take a very, very, very long time if the players miss both their holy hand grenades. And to be fair, both players haven't really made the best use. The 3 holy hand grenades that you saw used earlier on, all 3 of those missed. They didn't do any damage to the worms. His last holy hand grenade there did do some damage to Tita, and it's blown up a little bit of land, but those holy hand grenades have the potential to kill 2 or more worms. It's all about using them at the right time, you know? And if you see players like the Walrus competing in forts, he's a lot more accurate, usually, with those weapons. I will admit, I have set a ridiculously high standard with this fort scheme, but that's the standard that I want to see people reach again in artillery. Oh, nice shot there from Zwitter. They didn't do as much damage as I thought it would do, but still, at least it stops Tita from hiding in that position.
Yeah, it's a nice push, and it prevents him from shooting from that position as well. but both players still haven't used their sheep launcher or their homing missiles.
Yes.
Do you think that tita has an opportunity?
Oh, what a shot!
That's a perfect Zook.
Ich hab's dir heimgezeigt.
What a shot!
That's a great shot.
Yes, sir.
That was
It's
an
now
incredible Zook.
3 versus 1. Yeah, that was a perfect shot. I was going to ask you if you think that tita has an opportunity to get a low gravity sheep launcher into.
Sorry. Is there some? You seem to be a little bit quieter on your mic than you were earlier.
Oh, is
That's
this any
much better. That's much better.
Okay, I just had to adjust the position.
Quickly.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you think that tita has a good opportunity for a low gravity sheep launcher into.
He actually really does, to be honest. He's got a perfect opportunity because
Yeah, I think so.
if I take away the worm name so you can see properly. So if he's able to get that sheep launcher in this gap and it gets up here, it will walk along until the very end here, jump up, hit the roof, fall down, and he can explode it right on the worm. So he does have a really good opportunity to do that. He doesn't need to do that. He's far ahead in this round, so he'll probably wait until he's got the best opportunity possible. Because if he misses that sheep launcher, it could actually give Zwitter a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, well, he's 2 worms up at the moment. He's very comfortable. He's playing very comfortably.
Verstanden.
He's a bit more loose with his playing style, I would say. But he's making his shots, and he's chipping away at Zwitter's fort, putting him under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Zwitter under this much pressure before in the artillery schemes. I've seen him lose before, but
Yes, sir.
Tita just seems to be controlling this round so well. I mean, at least Zwitter had a little bit of success with his last holy hand grenade. Oh, he could do a shotgun here.
I think that's what he might do.
He's doing. He's going like.
Yep. Ooh.
He definitely wanted that with the first shot.
Yeah. Oh no.
Jump up into the little cut. Oh, this could be good game.
Yeah, that was risky.
Yeah, that was risky. It might pay off. He knows that that's potentially a big mistake, though.
Yeah, he's fairly exposed now. Do some serious damage.
This, in my opinion, this is the perfect opportunity for that low gravity sheep launcher. But he could easily just throw a. In fact, he doesn't have any petrol bombs left, does he? But yeah, a low gravity Zook here. Yeah, good shot.
That's good.
Take advantage of it. Now his sheep launcher can definitely kill. So now Zwitter really is in trouble. He really needs to keep himself protected. Yeah, that's not going to work. Zwitter's definitely running out of options here. Oh, what? That somehow almost made its way back in there. If that had like another half a second. I feel like if I was Zwitter, I would potentially throw my sheep launcher at that worm 4 with 57 HP. If you can kill that worm and bring it to 1 versus 1, that would be a good thing, even if it does mean using your sheep launcher to get there. I mean, I would say that's a pretty easy shot to hit to get that number 4 worm with the sheep launcher. I mean, if the sheep lands, you just need to make sure the sheep lands in there somewhere. And it should sort of bounce in there somewhere to go down, or at least get close. And if it blows up there, that worm could go into the water there as well. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, almost.
Close.
Verstanden!
But yeah, I did specifically make this scheme without rise in water and without loss of HP to specifically make sure there's no lucky chance of comeback for another player that is just being outplayed. I don't really like sudden death changing the outcome like that. I'm all about skill-based schemes. It is similar to Hysteria, though, in the way that if you play good enough, you can definitely come back. I mean, I feel like Zwitter's in a much better position now than he was when it was 3 versus 1. He does still have a chance to win. If he's good enough, if he can accurately hit these worms, it's not easy, but nothing worth having in life is really easy.
Good shot. He's opening up the fort a little bit more.
I actually really need to make the video for my artillery counting guide, because that would make people a lot better overall. Not the answer to everything. There's a lot of
It's
shots.
interesting though, and I'm looking forward to that one personally as well.
It's really just like how to count out full power shots. That's what it really is.
Very useful in forts, I think, as well, specifically because you don't have the aim reset, so you can always just notch up or down depending on your last shot.
The most important part of artillery, especially with like grenade wars, BNG and forts, is the ability to know exactly how to adjust your previous shot to make that shot hit. Knowing that, do you go 1 notch up or down? Do you do 1 or 2 notches more or less power? Do you change the fuse? Do you add max bounce? Do you change it to minimum bounce? You know, understanding the way that the thing that's more powerful than counting, that a lot of players who only learned how to count shots in BNG, is knowing how the grenade actually bounces with minimum, maximum and or low gravity, as well as each future bounce, is way more powerful than knowing how to count if you realise all that. Because you can't count that stuff really. At least not quick enough. I mean, obviously it is possible, but...
Daneben! Verstanden!
Oh, the wind.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that with max bounce on grenades, it bounces 50% further than the first bounce. Is that?
Oh, I don't know the actual math. I just know by instinct, if that makes sense. Like that's one thing I never actually ever learned the math for, is the procedural velocity change of bounces. I just know that it'll bounce here and then there and then there. I just know that because I've got like I've got almost 20,000 hours of experience in BNG alone, over the years. Probably about closer to 15,000, but what was I going to say there? Oh yeah, like, so see for example where Zwitter is right now. Zwitter is actually extremely easy to attack for me because I know how to do a max bounce 5-second trap shot that goes up, down, and bounces around in there to explode round about where he is. I know how to do that exactly. Tita doesn't. This is why... This is why if you've played a fort match with this scheme against me, it definitely wouldn't last as long as this, because I know how to hit all these. I know how to do trap shots and get into tunnels and stuff like that. Like, I wish these players would try these shots. Like, it's weird because Tita does these shots, and you saw him do it in Hysteria with the interest and bounces. You saw him do it in B&G with the max bounce shots. But nobody really tries to do the trap shots inside tunnels that you see, and it's very, very useful. There is a little pixel there that might block the shot, but the chances are that you could get it in. Because it would more than likely bounce off the pixel, down up there, inside there. In fact, I'll show it. I'll show it on Tool Assist after, because I think there was a... Yeah, because what I'll do is, after this game, I'll show how to do... Once again, I'll show players how to do much more efficient holy hand grenade shots in forts. And I'll show you how to do that cool shot there to hit Matt Zo. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'll always get them first attempt. Like, I'm not God. I am good, but I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So I might miss the first time. But the important thing is, if I do miss the first time, I can show you how to adjust that for the second time. Because it is a pixel perfect game, your memory is very important, because you can be like, right, well, I was in this position and it bounced here. And if oh, what a shot. If I walk to the left ever so slightly and do the same shot, it should actually go where I wanted it to. Zwitter's making a comeback now. I actually want Zwitter to win this. I'm a Tita fan. I want Tita to win the whole thing, but I really want Zwitter to win this round. I want Zwitter to win this round. You want
to win in straight sets. Yeah, you want there to be a little bit of excitement. Look, he may well bring it back.
I think that max bounce grenades lose half of velocity, and minimum bounce loses 3/4. I don't think because if you aim straight up full power and do max bounce, like for example, I don't think it does. It go halfway up. I honestly don't know how much velocity it loses, which is weird. You would think I would know, but I've never needed to understand the math behind it. I know how it actually works practically and physically, so I don't need to understand how it works mathematically, to be honest.
I think it was Rocket who was explaining to me that if you throw a max bounce grenade, say, let's just pick an even number, like 100 pixels. After it bounces, it'll go an extra 50 pixels. Okay,
oh, this looks good.
Sheep launcher.
This could be GG. And that's GG.
That's GG. That's GG. And Tita takes it 3-0.
Wow. I was hoping that Zwitter would get at least a round win, but Monster says I'll run naked.
That's a great way to finish.
I played very well there. Very, very well. A 3-0 sweep for Tita against Zwitter. I'm kind of disappointed Zwitter didn't win at least a round. I definitely expected it to be a lot closer in score. Even though it was a sweep, the score doesn't reflect how close all the games were. The B&G came down to one shot. Like, either player could have won that. The Hysteria, either player could have won that. Even in the fort, even though I do feel like Tita was comfortably ahead, I do believe that it was still very close, and Zwitter played well despite that. But crazy. And what I'm going to do now is I want to open up Tool Assist. I need to change the resolution to my resolution so I can actually do this shot the way that I do it. I need to change the version of Worms that I play, so I need to swap from Spectator build to Tool Assist build. So if you give me a little moment here, I just need to swap my Worm versions, and I want to show that shot that Tita could have done a lot earlier. But he did do the sheep launcher that I was talking about. Why did I just close that? What an absolute boob. Right, so this is the game here. Now, I know this is going to be a very, very weird resolution for you guys, but this is the resolution that I use to play artillery schemes, personally speaking. Right, so what we'll do is, first of all, we'll take that away, because we don't need that. We'll hide the HUD as well, because we don't really need that.
Yes, sir.
Right, so...
Yes, sir.
Before when?
I mean, he could have even done it there, so it's like, as soon as that... Right, there. Right, so mark this, so... It could have done this shot from there, so what I want to do is you kind of want it to be... Let's see a position that he could do it from. Not there, because if he throws from about... I'm just trying to find a position that he can do it safely from, where he's got somewhere that he can retreat, so... have to be more than that for the angle.
Yes, sir.
I think he could maybe actually do it from under there. Yeah, actually there. It would probably be best from about there, actually, or let me see. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think here, so... So I'm going to take control. Oops, that's not what I want. I don't even know. This might be, because I'm aiming a bit high, so I don't know if it would actually get round, but I'm hoping that you can get that and bounce back round. Right, so how do I adjust that?
Yes, sir.
So that was ever so slightly. So if I go back a little bit, should be able to get it within the next couple of attempts. So that bounced, that got a dodgy bounce there. So that bounced. So he needs to go even further to the right, I think. I wasn't paying attention to those pixels there. It's a really weird bounce. What? That's a weird one, that. You know what? I'm actually going to try it from here instead. Right. From this position, I would like to do it. Gonna have to leave myself vulnerable there, though. I'm gonna have to try it from another position. Because that's too high an angle. Technically speaking, the 10 would actually work. Right, let's try it. Let's try it from there. Let's see. Oh shit. I thought I put a marker down there. What an idiot. I've got to do this really quick now because I've ran out of time. Oh my god, I missed again! Come on, land on the pixel. It's not rocket science. There we go. Well, it kind of is rocket science if you're using a rocket. Ah, that thing's getting in the way. But, I mean, you can just... If I aim from there the first place, you can easily sort of adjust that by just moving to the right a bit. So I want it, because I want it to bounce off that little pixel, and it's a very difficult shot. So what I can do is go to the left a little bit, and hopefully... I want it to bounce. I'm getting the most unfortunate bounces here, like, never have I ever failed a shot like this so much. This is turning out to be... I mean, the simpler answer here... There we go. But the simpler answer here is just to do like a 5-second minimum bounce shot. So if I do that from there, and I just do minimum bounce, it might have a better chance of bouncing through. But the max bounce one looks a lot nicer. So how close was that?
Yes, sir.
Right, so that's fine. Oh, did I... Tell me I put minimum bounce on? Oh, fucking idiot. It needs to... What? I'm being stupid. It needs to be closer, not further. Idiot. I don't know, is that even going to get closer? It needs to be just ever so slightly more. This is a lot easier to actually adjust though. Because even though I'm going... The reason why this is so annoyingly difficult and it's doing the same thing is because although I'm moving more to the left, I'm also going further down. So it's kind of just going in the exact same position. It is a very interesting shot to try and figure out though. That would probably be easier from the other position actually. I'm going to show you the easier holy hand grenades. I know those, I can do those really easily because those are actual easier shots. But I want to get this shot with the minimum bounce first, hold on. Place to add an unfazed Discord. AOA4, I'm not too sure when I'm going to do that, though, to be honest. I'll have to skip all the way forward here again. That is definitely ear rape. Right, that's where we wanted it. Now that that's actually back, this should be a lot easier with the 10-second one. Or actually, do I want that to be... Maybe not. I think I might need to be closer, which is impossible. Ah, it is. His worm isn't even there. Idiot. Fucking what an absolute idiot. His worm isn't even there. But at least you know the shot works. Right, let me show the holy hand grenades anyway. Because those are like the most important. These are actually so easy to do, it's scary that nobody else does them this way. Right, so let's look for a... So, right off the bat, right here is a great opportunity for Tita. I wouldn't use that worm. What worm is that of his? I want that worm. Yeah, and those two worms are still there, so... 355, so... Right, so first of all, we want fast walk. We want low gravity, we want holy hand grenade, and we want to get it above nitrous oxide. So we're going to do... So it's going to bounce. I should have actually showed it. It's going to bounce about here first, and then it's going to go over. Perfect. That's how easy it is to do holy hand grenades, and that's why doing it with less angle and low gravity is really good, because let's just say I was a little bit wrong there. I'll try and do it so that I purposefully miss, right? We'll do it from... actually, no. What I'm going to do is... I want to get it so that I actually hit that exact same spot that I just did perfectly there, and then I'm going to place a marker. Is this where I fired it from? If it bounces in the same place. But I want to adjust it so that it misses, so that I can prove a point. Now, if I go backwards a little bit, I'm hoping that it'll go in between... I'm hoping that it'll go in between here and land somewhere there instead of in there. If I get that right, if I get the adjustment right, and it's just to show that even if you don't get the shot perfectly the way you want, doing it like this means that... Ah, there we go. Yeah, so that, right? I mean, that might even be better depending on how you want to open up the map or whatever. Now, we could also do it to hit above and beyond if we went a little bit forward instead. Because you might be able to get the bounce so good that it rolls over to above and beyond and kills above and beyond. This is where knowing how to adjust your shots can be very good. The slightest adjustment, if it bounces on the right bit, so just a little bit. So we need to go about here, I think. And actually, I mean, I don't really actually need to hide because we're not showing how to hide, but just a little bit off. Now, we want it to bounce on that bit there. Knowing how to adjust your shot, paying attention to the specific pixels that it bounces off. Yeah, because that was... Now, however... I need to land on that pixel. Oh, shit. I want to shoot from this pixel. This one might have a chance to get over there. This one's a lot more difficult. Ah, yeah, because of that. I don't think... Not with that angle, but... you can still make it work, because the further you aim forward... So what we'll want to do there is aim about here so that it bounces farther, and each bounce is a little bit more. This is probably going to do the same thing to nitrous oxide, but because it's a slightly further angle, the bounce should be slightly further. Right, so we need to go back even more. I need to go a little bit more forward to the... See how that one just... Oh, oops. That was I mis-aimed there for some reason, apparently. Oh, I forgot to go one... I forgot to move that forward a little bit, so you just want to go a little bit more forward. You'll notice that even aiming that slight bit forward changes how far forward it actually goes. But that was good because you got a plop and you done damage to the other two. That's the best possible outcome you could get from that. Let me see if I can show something. Let's actually go deeper into the game and try and find a different opportunity to use a holy hand grenade, so that we can show how useful it is at getting into different positions. Trying to think of some opportunity. That's a good opportunity for Zwitter here. So that should be pretty. I mean, yeah, that's a really, really easy one, to be honest. I wouldn't even really want to use low gravity with that, but I'll show it with and without low gravity. Does he have fast walk on? So you're gonna want it like there. And that should still give enough time to get back.
Quickly.
So if I get that right, it should bounce above that first worm, and it should manage to land below the second worm. Did that fall down there? Yeah, perfect. See? Now you could do the same shot without low gravity there, because you've got a much better place of using it. I want that. Right, so the exact same shot. I went a little bit too far forward there. But this is without low gravity. Ah, shit. I dropped down to the wrong position there. Want to be about there. I didn't actually see where that went. But let me actually do this properly, because I was in the wrong spot to begin with. I think it should be like there. Yeah, it should be like there. Aye, right, so... And because that's too far to that side, I'm going to hide here for safety. Right. So... the bounce was a little bit different without low gravity, so it actually... I didn't account for like that fourth bounce that went over the worm's head. You probably could adjust that by moving a little bit forward. Just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. The low gravity one's better, but I'm trying to think of the hardest shot I could actually do with this. But really the specific purpose is to show you the low gravity. So low gravity holy hand grenade, right? Let's just take any worm, it doesn't really matter which. But we'll take that one anyway. Oops. So obviously you activate low gravity, you activate fast walk. Right, so... see, this is on my resolution specifically, right? But it's only a... if you practice this a couple of times, you'll be able to get it. But for the purposes of explaining what's going on here, the smallest increment you can possibly move the aim is called a notch, which is this. If you saw that moving ever so slightly, that's one notch, right? Now, what I'll try and do is just skip that turn.
Yes, sir.
I don't care about killing these other worms, I just want to get this worm's turn again, so that I get that turn from the start.
Yes, sir.
Right, so I can actually show this. Right, so holy hand grenade, one notch, right? This is important. So one notch. Now this is going to bounce around here, okay? Right? So now you do the same shot with low gravity and it's going to go like double the distance. So it's going to bounce about here, okay? This is the thing with the holy hand grenade. When you throw a grenade, it goes about double the distance of the without low gravity, basically. Now, because like obviously I've learned this from experience, how high the bounces are, how far forward the bounces go, and I know exactly like the best way for me to do that is a full screen, because that's how I measure everything, one full screen. That's like my basis for all shots. But that's how I know that when I aim here, that I can make that bounce off here, and I generally know... Oh shit, what's that? I generally know that because that bounces there, the second bounce is going to be over here. And because the second bounce is so much weaker than the first, I know that the first gets over there and the second's going to be soft and it's going to land somewhere in there. So I know that even if my judgment is slightly off, it's still at the very least going to be somewhat effective. A hell of a lot of a bigger chance than throwing it at an angle like this. Because, right, so let's take the low gravity off. I'm going to try and do the same shot aiming like this, which, I mean, I want to try and get it in there. Like, I sort of know how to aim to get it in there. So that's about right there. So I sort of know that you want to aim about there. And even though my aim is pretty good, you'll see that it's a lot bloody harder aiming at this angle, because if you get the bounce wrong, you're screwed. If it goes one wrong bounce, so that was incredibly lucky. But you can see, do you see the point, what I'm saying about how much, even though I'm extremely accurate at B&G, it's not just about, are you good enough to hit that spot? It's, what's the best shot I can use that even if it misses, it's still going to do something useful. And that's one of the strategies you have to use in forts. Is, so I could throw a holy hand grenade like that and it could hit very well like that, but the risk of it failing completely is so high. That's why I go for that low gravity shot, which is like definitely going to bounce very, very safely. I should have actually had fast walk on and got to safety, but whatever. It's got a much better chance of bouncing, getting into a very good position, and going exactly where I want. So hopefully you've learned something from that little B&G low gravity holy hand grenade tutorial thing. Anyway, one more time, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody for taking part in the Academy of Artillery Cup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the screen for the Academy of Artillery Cup so we can have a look and just take a moment to thank everybody for taking part. So all these players who joined up, thank you for taking part, making it such a great event. I really, really enjoyed hosting it this time. It was absolutely phenomenal, and the activity, the amount of players who managed to finish all their games. The only game that didn't actually get played was Unfazed versus Paradise Demon, and that was Paradise Demon's fault. After losing 2 games, they weren't around. The Walrus and Camper did actually play their match. Walrus won 3-2, but they used the wrong B&G scheme, which meant that they had to actually replay the B&G, and they didn't get around to actually finishing that, unfortunately. So that meant that the Walrus and Carolo Men reached the playoffs. Carolo Men got the first seed, Walrus got the second seed. So we go up to the playoffs and we can see that Lales versus Unfazed. Unfazed wins that. Zwitter beat Unfazed to get into the final. Zwitter got a technical win against Walrus in the quarterfinal. Walrus has went missing as far as the community is concerned. He hasn't been active on TUS at least since early February, so I hope he's safe. I hope he's okay. Tita beat Mega Adnan 3-0 in the quarterfinal. Zwitter beat Unfazed 3-0 in the semi-final. Wolfgang beat Carolo Men 3-0 in the quarterfinal. Tita beat Wolfgang 3-0. in the semi-final, and Tita has won the final 3-0 against Zwitter. Wolfgang got third place against Unfazed with a 3-0 victory. Funny thing is, a lot of these games were a lot closer than they appear, but a lot of sweeps. But thank you to everybody for participating. The amount of effort I've seen from everybody organising their matches, showing up on time, nobody insulting each other or anything like that, just everybody showing up, playing their games. Great timing, great sportsmanship. It's very nice to see. So thanks everybody for making this a really easy event to organise, and congratulations to the winners. I haven't really decided what the prizes are yet, but I'll have a think to see what prizes. It's normally £30 to the winner, £20 to second place, and £10 for third place. But I'll have to see, because Zwitter being in Russia, I don't know how to get any prizes to him, to be honest, but we'll figure out something good for the winners. So yeah, I'm hoping to host another one of these events. I might host the next one in June, so that it's 3 months before CWT, which means that it's not overlapping CWT. I don't really want to be hosting any other events during CWT, so during CWT I can focus on CWT. It's pretty much the biggest event of the year, and the one that people look forward to the most. Thank you to all those who joined for commentary. Thanks Unfazed for joining on commentary. Thanks Ledan for joining on commentary. Are you still here, Unfazed? Unfazed? I think he's maybe went away and left his microphone on. But yeah, thank you to everybody for making this a great event. Congratulations to the winners. We do have a couple of other cups up and running at the moment, so there will be some more streams coming soon. We have let me just have a look here. We've got the Big Time Trial Rope Race Trilogy Cup number 1. We're about to go to the playoffs tomorrow, basically. At the end of tomorrow, we will go to the playoffs. So it looks so far like Blitzed and Big Billy from Group 1, myself and Ollie from Group 2, Runaway and Lales from Group 3, and Rocket and Benzema from Group 4. So we'll have the playoffs for that soon. There'll be more streams for that. We also have just started the playoffs for the Elite Enthusiasts Cup. So we're in the playoff stages now. Vok versus Robert. Robert it seems like a new player who signed up and hasn't actually played any of his games. Nobody knows who he is or whatever. So it looks like Vok will get a free win there. Rafka versus Camper. That should be a great match. Peja versus Wolfgang. That should be a good match as well. And Sabasa versus Master, which should be a good match. I imagine I don't know how I can predict the grand final for this. It could be Vok, Rafka, or Camper versus Peja, Wolfgang, or Master. If I was to take a wild guess, I can't decide between Vok and Camper, but I would say Vok or Camper versus Master in the grand final. That's my prediction. But if you're interested in keeping up to date with these cups, you can join the Discord, and any events or streams that are scheduled you'll be able to keep up to date with. But yeah, congratulations Tita, congratulations to Zwitter for second, congratulations Wolfgang for third. Thank you for taking part in the Academy of Artillery. I hope you all enjoyed playing. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and we'll see you again. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.